Royal visit. King Charles receives a warm hug at Lichfield Cathedral. The British monarchy is often seen as a symbol of tradition, formality, and dignity, yet every so often, a small, unscripted moment reminds the world that even kings are human. Such was the case during King Charles III's recent visit to Lichfield Cathedral, where a simple gesture, a warm hug from a member of the public, captured hearts across Britain and beyond. This emotional encounter, though brief, spoke volumes about the new king's growing connection with his people and his efforts to redefine what it means to be a modern monarch. A royal day in Lichfield. The medieval spires of Lichfield Cathedral, standing tall in Staffordshire, have witnessed centuries of British history, from coronations and conflicts to celebrations of peace. But on this special day, the historic site became the backdrop for a profoundly human moment in the reign of King Charles III. The king's visit to Lichfield was part of his ongoing effort to strengthen ties with local communities, honor faith and service, and celebrate the enduring spirit of unity within the Church of England. Crowds began gathering early that morning, filling the cathedral grounds with excitement and patriotic pride. Union Jack flags fluttered in the crisp air as royal fans, families, and local leaders waited to greet their monarch. When the royal motorcade finally arrived, the king stepped out, dressed in a perfectly tailored charcoal suit, wearing his trademark smile. The applause that followed was thunderous, a warm echo beneath the ancient arches of the cathedral. The moment that stole the show. As King Charles made his way along the crowd, shaking hands and exchanging kind words, something extraordinary happened, something that no one had planned. Among the well-wishers stood an elderly woman clutching a small bouquet of flowers. When the king approached, she reached out, not for a handshake, but for a hug. At first, there was a brief moment of surprise. After all, royal protocol has always encouraged polite distance. But King Charles didn't hesitate. With a gentle smile, he leaned in and warmly returned the embrace. The crowd gasped and then broke into applause, many moved to tears by the unexpected display of affection. It wasn't just a hug, it was a symbol, a spontaneous moment of connection between a monarch and his people, unfiltered and deeply sincere. Breaking royal protocol with heart. Traditionally, members of the public are discouraged from initiating physical contact with the royal family. Hugs, especially, are considered unusual and rare. But King Charles, known for his empathy and sensitivity, has often chosen to blur those formal lines when it matters most. This gesture in Lichfield reflects the king's ongoing mission to bring warmth and humanity to the monarchy, to show that leadership in the 21st century is not about distance, but about genuine connection. Observers have noted that, since becoming king, Charles has made a noticeable effort to engage more personally with the public. His willingness to pause, listen, and embrace moments like this demonstrates his evolving role as a monarch who wants to be seen not only as a sovereign but also as a father figure to the nation. The crowd's emotional response. For those who witnessed the moment, it was unforgettable. One attendee told reporters, "It was such a beautiful thing to see, a reminder that the king is just like us. You could feel the love in the air." Others said it reminded them of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who was admired not only for her grace but for her quiet compassion. Many saw in King Charles's embrace a reflection of that same kindness, a passing of the emotional torch, from one generation of monarch to the next. Social media quickly lit up with clips of the hug, with thousands of users praising the king's authenticity. "He's showing the true heart of the monarchy," one user commented. "That hug said more than any speech could." Inside the cathedral. Faith and reflection. Following the warm welcome outside, King Charles entered Lichfield Cathedral for a special service celebrating community, volunteer work, and interfaith unity. Inside, he was joined by clergy, local officials, and representatives from charitable organizations. In his address, the king spoke about the importance of compassion, unity, and faith in challenging times. His words carried deeper meaning after the emotional scene that had unfolded just moments before. The hug outside the cathedral had already embodied the very spirit of what he spoke about within: connection, care, and humanity. A modern monarch for modern Britain. As King Charles continues to define his reign, moments like this offer a glimpse into his vision for the monarchy. He seeks to blend tradition with warmth, royal duty with personal engagement. The hug at Lichfield may seem like a small gesture, but it resonated far beyond the cathedral walls. It symbolized the new tone of the British monarchy, one where emotion and empathy are no longer seen as weaknesses, but as strengths. While his reign has faced challenges from political complexities to public skepticism, King Charles continues to demonstrate that the heart of kingship lies in simple, human connection. The image of King Charles receiving a warm hug at Lichfield Cathedral will undoubtedly remain one of the most memorable moments of his early reign. It reminded the world that behind the regal titles and historic traditions stands a man deeply aware of his people's emotions, a king who listens, smiles, and yes, even hugs. As Britain continues its journey under his leadership, such moments of sincerity and openness may prove to be his greatest legacy. Because sometimes, in the quiet warmth of a single embrace, a monarch speaks louder than words ever could.